Hi, it's Handy Andy Tech Tips here, and if 2015 has taught us anything, it's that there are some products which are looked forward to, some that are hotly anticipated, and some where the rumours, leaks, and waiting in line for days before the release date just seem a little bit too excessive. Just a little. But of course, technology is always moving forward, and that's why I'm going to be counting down the top 5 most anticipated tech products of 2016. So let's begin. At number 5 is Microsoft HoloLens. Now this is an augmented reality headset, and you might be thinking to yourself, what is the difference between virtual and augmented reality? Well, put simply, in a VR headset, your entire field of vision is covered by an LCD screen that's been magnified with a couple of lenses. But with augmented reality headsets like the HoloLens, you can continue to see the real world, but you can also have computer graphics overlaid on top of it, which is what makes this concept so futuristic and sci-fi. Now, even though head-mounted displays have been available for 10 years or perhaps even longer, the fact that this one will be made by such a large company as Microsoft, and the fact that it will have so much publicity and press attention, means that this could be the product which pushes augmented reality out into the mainstream. But unfortunately, the price certainly won't be mainstream. The development kit will be released in the first quarter of 2016 and will cost, wait for this, US $3,000. But if Microsoft can get the price down to reasonable levels, then I think that we might see the HoloLens become a must-have piece of technology in the not-too-distant future. At the 4th spot, forget about the Pebble, forget about Android Wear. It seems like Apple's second smartwatch, which has been dubbed the Apple Watch 2, is going to be one of the hottest pieces of wearable tech for 2016. So how will it improve over the original Apple Watch? Well, for a starter, it'll have better battery life. Just compare the battery of the Pebble Time Steel, which lasts 10 entire days, to the battery of the Apple Watch, which actually needs to be charged every day. Now sure, the Pebble has an OLED screen versus an AMOLED, which does make it more power efficient by a significant margin, but surely Apple could improve their battery a little bit, even if it means increasing the thickness of the case. Anyway, the Apple Watch 2 will likely come out in June 2016. I'm sure heaps of people will be looking forward to it. Now to the 3rd spot, and I've talked about Apple, I've talked about Microsoft. What other major tech company have I left out? Oh, that's right, Samsung. So the Samsung Galaxy S7, which is the newest iteration of the company's flagship phone, is due to be released at the Mobile World Conference in late February. And judging by the rumours, it sounds like a really interesting device. It looks like it'll have a pressure-sensitive touchscreen, which actually sounds just a little bit like the iPhone's 3D touch feature. It will likely add a USB Type-C charging port, so no more fiddling around trying to get the USB plug in the right way. But sticking with the sci-fi theme, which I explored earlier with the HoloLens, this is the most amazing feature. The S7 might have a retinal scanner. Now, you've heard about fingerprint scanners on phones, but retinal scanners, I don't think we've ever seen one of those before. Anyway, I don't know about you, but I'm really looking forward to the S7, and we don't have many months to wait now until it's released. Now, at the 2nd spot, we find a product by Samsung's arch nemesis. Now, of course, I'm talking about the iPhone 7. Need I say more? Now, even before the iPhone 6S was actually released, I'm serious about this, rumours came flooding out about the iPhone 7, which shows you just how much people are excited about Apple's new device. Now, of course, it's more than 6 months until it's due to be released, so we don't really have that much guaranteed information about it yet, but I did find this. It's very interesting. This is a rendering, a concept, that was showcased on a channel called CTN Technology News. Now, as you can see, judging by this, it actually looks like the next iPhone might have a kind of an elliptical shape at the end. It actually reminds me of the old iPod Nanos, the ones with the click wheel. In fact, another thing that reminds me of them is that you can see on the bottom of the rendering there, the way that has the classic 30-pin dock connector. Now, of course, the new iPhone will have nothing like that. It will have Lightning. But the interesting thing is that it might only have Lightning, no other ports. Apparently, the rumour is that Apple is considering removing the 3.5mm headphone jack so that it can make the phone thinner. And that one's got the internet into a bit of a panic. But honestly, I wouldn't worry at all about any of these rumoured features, since the iPhone will be released in September 2016, so it's still a long way to wait, but as a hotly anticipated piece of tech, it's certainly up there with the best of them. And by the way, if you want to see CTN's rumour video on the iPhone 7, then please click the screen now. And also in the description you can see a link to his channel and a channel of Messet G Designs, which actually created the rendering. Anyway, enough free advertising, we've got to get to our number one spot, and I bet you can guess what it will be. Now, Palmer Luckey certainly is a lucky man. He started a collection of VR headsets when he was just a teenager, but he found none of them met his needs. So back in 2011, when he was only 18 years old, he developed the first prototype of what was to become the Oculus Rift. 3 years later, he sold his company to Facebook for $2 billion. Now, maybe this price allows you to have a little bit of a feeling for how good the Oculus Rift really is. It's not a groundbreaking technology, but it's certainly a massive refinement to what we had before in the world of virtual reality. And it's such a sought-after piece of tech as well. It'll be released in the first quarter of 2016, and in my opinion, it could well be the first VR headset to gain massive mainstream acceptance. And I, for one, can't wait until it's released. So I'm Handy Andy, thanks for watching this video. Please subscribe if you want more tech videos, because I've got heaps more of them coming right up.